we're going to have a go at repairing this Waeco CRX50 fridge. These are also called Dometic CRX50 fridges, and the problem with this fridge is it only works if you bridge the thermostat, and that might lead you to believe that the thermostat is faulty, but in actual fact the problem with this fridge is this little PCB board that sits behind here. We've just got this fridge connected to the Dometic power supply, which puts out either 12 or 24 volts. And this power supply can be connected to the mains, or it can also hook up to your 12 volt leisure battery system and will sense whether you're connected to the mains or the battery and switch over accordingly. When we plug it in, you'll see that it lights up. The compressor kicks on. You can hear that compressor kicking on, which tells us this control unit here is fine. And as I say, this fridge works fine if you bridge the thermostat, but if you leave it like this, it'll never turn off. Just arrived from a company in France called Boutique de la Route. Is the control board that lives behind here, and also a replacement panel here. Now these panels are actually self-adhesive panels that stick on top of the control board, and you have to get that off before you can get to the PCB control unit behind it, and normally you end up ruining that when you do it. We're going to warm that up with a hairdryer first to soften the glue and see if we can get that off, and then we're going to hopefully open this up and replace it with a new PCB board and probably a new panel as well. Here we have it. This is the self-adhesive control panel here. That's the part number. As you say, you just peel off that glue there and that sticks straight on. And this here is the control unit, the control electronic that sits behind there. So let's have a go at getting that off. It is super well wrapped up. This here is the control unit. These are the buttons and these are the LEDs that you see behind the panel. I imagine that is where the thermostat and the rest of the fridge will plug into. What you do is just use a hairdryer to gently heat this up. You don't want to go too crazy and end up melting the plastic. All you want to do is heat the adhesive enough so that you can peel that off. Sometimes you can actually reuse that if you do it carefully. We've bought another one just in case. They're about 23 euros. If you've heated the glue up, you're going to very carefully get a knife, not a sharp knife, something like a cake wedge or something underneath there, and just gently peel that back, hopefully without damaging the plastic. I'm not doing this as carefully as I could because I know that I've got a spare one of these, but I'm just heating up this gently now and peeling this back. So there we go, that's the panel there. As I say, you can sometimes stick that back on and use it after you've replaced this, and that reveals behind it these 6 screws, one of which actually came out, so we'll just whiz those out. Once you've got those 6 screws out, this plastic cover panel should just come off, revealing behind it the PCB board. Now you'll have to just unplug these 2 things here. They've just pulled straight out. Pull these plugs out. Don't, whatever you do, pull them out by the wires. Get a flat blade screwdriver just along there and just gently prise that out. And once it's loose, you should just be able to pull it out. Now this here is the end of the thermostat wire. I don't think this fridge needs a new thermostat, but that's basically an extension wire that looks like that. And then onto the end of that extension wire, the actual thermostat is plugged like so. So the thermostat actually sits behind that panel there. If you want to do a quick test on your thermostat, just put it in the freezer and then take it out of the freezer and put a voltmeter across it like that. Set your voltmeter to resistance. I've got this one on 20k, you can see. And as that thermostat warms up in room temperature, you'll see the resistance falling. That thermostat is knackered. It'll have infinite resistance, and therefore the compressor will be on all the time. Is the part number of the thermostat. Once you've got this out, it's just a simple matter of clipping it out and replacing it with the new one. Clips, just very gently push them back, not so much so that you end up snapping them, and that will just come out like so. You can see that these do broadly look the same shape. You can see on the one that's come out, the shield around the lamp here has melted, plus this component on this one is much bigger than the component on that one, though I suspect they do exactly the same thing. Before you put it back in, make sure that those plastic clips are properly seated, which they are, and then that is ready to go back in. Just plug those two back in, and then you are ready to screw that back in. Like that, should sit flush. Just put the 6 screws back in. Put these screws back in, put them in loosely first, and then tighten them in a crisscross pattern. And remember, when you're screwing into plastic, do not over tighten the screws. All you'll do is you'll break the plastic fitting. Just going to see how easy it is to use the old cover. We do have a new one, but I'm interested to know how well that will stick back down. You know, that's incredibly sticky, that panel, and if you're careful, it is actually quite possible to reuse the same panel. So let's see if this fridge now works. Of truth. So the compressor has started up. The lights seem to be working as they should. We'll just leave that and see if that gets to temperature and then turns itself off. It's about an hour later and this fridge has now turned off and it's now to temperature. And what we're going to do is just test to make sure that the fridge is working properly. Cold, we're just going to put some ice in the freezer compartment, and that fridge should kick back on. With a new PCB board, this fridge is working absolutely fine now. It kicks on and off periodically, and you can see the next morning that we've got solid ice there. So this is definitely getting down to temperature and working well now. Before I finish the video, these control units here do go bad. This one here, for example, is faulty, and they are horribly expensive. They're about £240 you can pay for one of those. They are very simple to fix and plug and play, and this is just quickly showing you the direction of the wires, the negative power, the positive power, then you've got the reds, the blacks, the greys, the yellow, the black, and then a white at the bottom. Now you can actually get those control units from alternative sources. We got this one from a company called Waeco for about £90. Unfortunately, it didn't work, and I suspect it's either because they just happened to send me a faulty unit, they're going to send me a replacement one, but they're out of stock at the moment, or possibly they're not actually directly compatible. We'll soon find out. But as I say, I'll leave a link in the comments below if, when they send me one of those, it is actually a direct replacement, because that could save you a lot of money if that is the problem with your fridge. We got our control board from these guys here, La Boutique de la Route. Cost us €59. A whole host of stuff for Dometic fridges. The control panel there, if you need it, is €23. Thermostat, they're just €13. These guys charged us €22 postage to England, and stuff arrived super quick and really helpful via email, and their website's excellent. You can do it in English or French. If you do have a problem with your Waeco or Dometic fridge, give this guy here a call, Andy at Blue Sky Caravans. They're based down in Cheddar. He's really helpful and should be able to diagnose and fix any problems you may have.